It's Masters Week, baby.
Quiet. Golf clap. Everyone's locked in. He was like, are you mad? I said, extremely.
Yeah, so I DM'd Ariana and I was like, we're normally closed, but for you and Dave, we're going to open up the shop.
Hello. Welcome in. What's up, Dave?
What's up, Morg?
I'm just going to start by saying this. Thank the good Lord above that we recorded this today and not last night.
Whew, I would have been in big trouble. Big trouble.
In a much better mood today, but when I tell you I was mad at you yesterday.
What's getting me in trouble these days?
You're footloose and fancy free, and you have no concept of time.
I know. I got to get that in order. I got to get my time. It's not even time management. It's time it's conceptualization of time.
Yes. So I was ticked at David
Another
yesterday.
ADD symptom.
Okay, don't make me feel bad about it. I was ticked at David yesterday because, as you know, it's Masters weekend. Well, you might not know, but if you have a husband who likes golf.
We are recording this on Sunday, which is the final day of the Masters.
Yes.
Nobody has teed off yet, but that is the time.
So I knew this weekend I'm not going to have a husband because he's going to be glued to the TV. He's going to be glued to his phone. He's going to be glued to, whatever Sirius XM channel that the golf is on. And I was like, okay. He asked on Saturday, hey, can I go watch the Masters at my friend's house? And I was like, yes, but I would really like you to be home with dinner by what time?
6 p.m.
And you said?
6 p.m. sounds like a deal.
Because you left at 2:00. So I was like,
I did not leave at 2 o'clock. That's
2:30.
That's not true.
It
either.
is true.
It is not.
I remember.
I walked out of this house at 3:15.
I don't think that's true.
Because I texted Jacques and I said, I'll be there at 3. Then Rory hit an approach shot onto the second green that was like within 6 feet. So I thought to myself, I actually texted Jacques and said, I'll leave after he makes this putt. Knowing that it was already 3:05.
Mm-hmm.
I drove out of our driveway at 3:15 p.m.
Anywho, we had absolutely agreed 6 p.m. home with dinner. 6:20 rolls around and I had not even texted David yet because I'm like, chill out, Morgan. It's going to be fine. He'll be home at 6:30. He texted me at 6:30, had not ordered dinner yet and was not anywhere near coming home yet. You didn't get home with dinner until 7:15.
Time flies when Rory is on fire.
I don't understand how you can just not look at your phone one single time in 4 hours.
It wasn't 4 hours.
Three and a half.
At that point, it had just ticked over to about 3 hours. And I'm not saying that to justify anything. I just think it's an important detail. There's a big difference between 3 and 4 hours. Because I remember saying to Jacques, I can't believe I've been here for 3 hours already. And that was when I picked up my phone and I was like, shoot, it's 6:20.
So I was mad. I was mad because
I was getting one-word replies.
Oh, and he knew too. He was trying to lighten the mood. We were getting hibachi and I ordered shrimp. I never ordered shrimp. He was like, shrimp, huh? Question mark. Yes, you did. And I was like, yeah, shrimp. He came home. I was giving him the silent treatment. He was like, are you mad? I said, extremely, like that. That was all I said.
That is all you said. There was the tension in the house.
It was high.
It was rough. If Harley wasn't here, I was in big trouble. Harley, come back here, son. Get back in the shot. What?
Okay,
brother,
okay.
Here we go.
It had been an accumulation of you doing things like that for 2 weeks straight, and I just hit my breaking point yesterday.
I should have known. I should have known better. I'm gonna do better. At the end of the day, I just need to communicate more. And if I'm gonna go past this scheduled time, let you know in advance. You know what?
But also try not to do that.
Yeah, I agree. One of my issues is that I don't want to disappoint you when I make plans. So instead of just telling you, hey, I'll be back at 7, I was like, yeah, I'll be back at 6. And somewhere deep down in my heart, I know I'm going to be home probably at 6:30 at the earliest. But I should just tell you I won't be there. Second week in a row, producer Harley is out of the room.
Getting kicked out. But at the end of the day, I will say that was the first time we've been married for a year and a half officially, that I've been like, blood boil mad at you. And I think that I handled it pretty well. I didn't yell. I wasn't mean. I just didn't say anything to you.
Yeah, you handled it very well. And it is true. We don't get to that level of tension very often. The last time was when we made the little exit mishap on the way to Toledo.
Oh, yesterday was worse.
Oh, yeah, I know that. You don't have to tell me that.
But I just kept thinking to myself, you do not need to have this conversation, Morgan, until you've calmed down. And then by the time we went to sleep, I had calmed down. I explained my feelings to you and you understood better where I was coming from.
Yep.
So PSA for the day, if you don't have anything nice to say, wait until your blood pressure comes down and then have the conversation.
And make sure you have your dog in the room. And if you don't have a dog, borrow a dog because it will just lighten the mood because he was doing his little jive on the couch and was making us smile.
I was just already on edge because I've been pumped full of golf content for 4 straight days. And I don't understand how one game can take 4 days.
It's Masters Week, baby. And as you would pronounce it in America, it's Masters Week.
That's Northeast Ohio.
So I thought I could do a little true or false game with you because there are some interesting little facts about Augusta, the place that they host the Masters.
Yes, I know what Augusta is.
This is like the Super Bowl of golf. Let's just call it that.
This one particular thing, because there's like 5,
There's
right?
4 majors every golf season. And winning a major like puts you in the Golf Hall of Fame. But the Masters is like the major of majors. There's some little fun facts about the course. So, are you ready for true or false? Masters edition.
You need like a better title, better working title. What about like Masters Mayhem?
Is it true?
No, like you don't need the true or false. Like Masters Mayhem. I know you've been wanting to use those.
No, I've actually gone off it because it makes post-production more difficult. So I'm over it.
Masters Manipulation, Masters Mayhem, Masters Master.
True or false? Masters edition.
Stupid name. I don't like it, but
The people that attend the Masters, you cannot, true or false, you cannot refer to the attendees as fans.
True.
Nice. Straight out the gates. The fans at the Masters are referred to as, do you know the answer?
Guests.
Mm,
The fans are referred to as spectators.
no.
The fans are referred to as caddies.
Everybody that knows the Masters is just dying inside right now.
Okay, what are they referred to?
They
as?
are referred to as patrons.
Patrons. Okay.
And it drives some people absolutely bonkers.
Why?
When you're watching the TV broadcast, because not even the commentators can say, oh, the fans love that. They say, oh, the patrons love that.
Right. I can see that.
They'll hit the ball wide and they'll be like, oh, that one's going towards the patrons.
And what's the reason that they don't want to say fans? Because it just patron sounds more elevated than fans?
So the Masters in Augusta is very, very old, historic. Like, I think the first one was in the 30s, I want to say. So the whole idea is that you have decorum.
Okay. Something we don't have a lot of around here.
Yeah, we didn't have decorum last night, that's for sure. So good job. You got the first one right. It's true. True or false? A soda on property at Augusta National during the Masters costs $10 US.
I'm going to say false. I do believe that it is expensive, but I think that you're throwing me off with the specific number.
Oh, you think it's a little bit of trickery going on
Yes.
here? How much do you think a soda costs at the Masters at Augusta Golf Course?
I'm going to
Golf
say
club.
$8.
$8. You would be incorrect by a whole $6. It is not true. It is false that a soda costs $10 because they cost $2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a bit of a, like, it's almost like fake news, but they say that the prices have never changed for concessions at the Masters.
But the ticket prices
beginning.
go up, surely.
I don't know.
It's got to cost you your firstborn to go to the Masters.
Probably, but you have to win like a ballot and a lottery.
It's just this whole thing.
It's a whole thing. So just even getting availability to purchase a ticket is tough. But the whole thing is that the concessions, the food, the drinks, none of that has changed since the Masters began. And it's not entirely true because they have actually gone up slightly. But I think in the first Masters, they were like $1. a soda now costs $2.
Okay.
So you would think this crazy prestigious event where you call fans patrons.
There's a level of decorum at the Masters. $2 for a Pepsi, please.
Yeah, and it was tough for me to write soda as well. Soda.
We don't call it soda.
What do you call it?
Pop.
Pop. Yeah, maybe that's what I should say. A pop costs $10. Dang, so you're on to me here.
2 for 2, baby. 100%.
2 for 2, 3 to go. This is out of 5. True or false? At Augusta, during the Masters, you are not allowed to take your phone or any digital device into the venue.
That's true.
I think I've told you this one before.
I'm not revealing my secrets.
You are correct. That is true. No phones.
It's so
no
rich
cameras.
that you're not doing the clapping today
I
and
know.
the woot woots today, because I definitely deserve that.
Yeah. So what are you? 3 for 3 now?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
If you are seen with your phone, caught with your phone, they will search you on the way in. You will get booted out of there. No
Why is
cameras, no
that?
phones. Again, it's a part of the whole idea of decorum. No distractions.
How are you supposed to have your memories though?
That's part of the magic of it.
Oh,
So
it's not magic.
when you watch the Masters and you watch the replays of great shots, everybody in the crowd, all the patrons are locked in. There's no phones up. There's no distraction. It's just people are watching.
But I can guarantee you that half of them can't even see the golfer or the ball.
No, that's not true. You can bring in your little banners if you
Your
want
binoculars.
if you want to look in the distance. So that's what's also pretty magical, is that you get this experience that is very seldom shared from the patron's perspective, because you can't even take in a camera.
Right.
So obviously select media, all that kind of stuff.
I
So
think that's kind of lame.
I think it's cool. It would, and I'm not against people putting up phones and stuff. I mean, I'm at a concert or whatever, I'm filming stuff all the time, but it just, for that one event a year, it's just people are dialed in. So you are 3 for 3. Great job. True or false? At Augusta, you are not allowed to lay down or have bare feet.
I'm going to say true because that's what my heart is telling me.
Oh, you're so good at this. Maybe they're just all too crazy.
Babe, why would somebody be able to lay down or take their shoes off if they're having decorum at this event?
Have you never just wanted to take a lie down somewhere?
Every day of my life, given
you
moment
would
of
not
the day.
last an hour at the Masters.
Oh, I know I wouldn't.
We would be walking around a golf course for 6 hours minimum.
That is the worst day of my life. It would be the best day of your life. It would be the absolute worst day of my life.
As you reach for your phone. No phones. As you're about to just rest your head on a patch of grass. No lying down. Honey, my feet are sore. I want to take my shoes off. No bare feet.
Literally, my favorite things to do are to lay down and be on my phone.
There's too many fans around. Patrons, honey. Too many patrons around.
It would be horrible because I don't love big crowds.
Yeah.
So
one day I'll get 100%. The lottery.
One more. Let's see if I can knock it out of the park.
Here we go. At the Masters at Augusta National, true or false, no running is allowed.
Oh, true.
You've
100%.
stumped me. 5 out of 5.
Your wife is smart. I mean, hello. It would make sense. No running allowed. It's supposed to be quiet. Golf clap. Everyone's locked in. ASMR. Seriously, episode. There's not going to be anybody charging around.
The official rule is no running allowed except for players, which is super weird because
if they need to hurry up and get to a hole.
Yeah, maybe. But so if you were to run to get to your spot, you'd get shouted at.
Right.
I doubt they'd kick you out unless you just were rebelling and started running everywhere.
I miss when the Masters were dramatic. Didn't somebody get arrested last time?
What?
Going into the thing, didn't somebody get arrested?
I'm sure there's stories about people.
No, babe, a golf player got arrested driving.
Oh, that wasn't the Masters.
What was
Scotty
that?
Scheffler got arrested for some misunderstanding with a police officer.
I need
outside the
something
venue.
like that to happen to really
Today's going to be legit. Okay, how about this? This episode is being recorded on a Sunday and released on Tuesday. So by the time everybody listens to this, there will be a Masters champion.
Give
right
us
now,
give us
you've
a
got
prediction.
Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two front runners.
Always, though, right? I feel like I
Not
always hear
really.
those names.
It's because there's so much pressure on Rory to win. Long story short, the only thing he doesn't have is a Masters. So if he gets this, he gets the career Grand Slam.
Right. It's like an EGOT, but for golfers.
Exactly.
Okay. So who do you think's going to win?
I really hope Rory, and I'm going to be speaking for a lot of people, I really hope he pulls it out the back because Bryson recently won a major.
So the Brit isn't up front anymore because every time we turn the TV on this weekend, David would say, Brit is in the lead.
Brit's winning.
Brit is in the lead.
All my South African brothers have not done well this tournament. So
the Brit is not still in the lead.
I've turned to my British allegiance. No, Justin Rose had a bit of a fall off yesterday. He's still in the top 7, top 8.
What's going on with Rory McIlroy and his wife? Are they back together now? They were getting a divorce at one point.
They are back together.
That's the drama I need to be invested in.
Yeah, I know. That's why I've tried to get you to watch Full Swing on Netflix. But every time we start an episode, you just look at your phone and you're like, yeah, I'm bored.
I don't know why. This might really ruffle some feathers, your feathers. I don't really like a lot of the guys' personalities. Like, I'm just going to be so for real. We watched the Full Swing season 1.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just one guy, but he was like, bleh.
It was probably Brooks Koepka.
Like, just, like, the only word that's coming to my head is like douchey.
Career-wise, they're multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
And they kind of have everything, really.
Right. So 100% on my little quiz today.
Good job. I'm proud of you. So
Thank
now you got to pick Bryson or Rory.
Rory's like the all-American kid. Like
no, he's Northern Irish.
Oh, okay.
Close, though.
Okay, Bryson's like the all-American kid,
Yes,
like
he
high
is.
school jock. All the girls loved him, like that type of guy.
The big deal is that it's Europe versus America, and it's PGA Tour versus Live Golf.
Ooh, Live Golf. Ooh,
And it's like
spooky.
Rory, the PGA
Golden boy.
establishment golden boy.
Yeah.
The Live Golf, YouTuber golf, because Bryson's got a big YouTube golf
Yeah.
channel.
Okay, here's how I'm
He's
going to
2
make my
shots behind.
decision. Here's how I'm going to make my decision. If you had to classify Rory McIlroy and Bryson DeChambeau as a type of dog, what dog species would they be?
Rory is probably one of those, like a more regal breed. Not quite as big as like a Great Dane or something, but like short hair, not as like hyper and
Right. He's just relaxed.
yeah. I don't know the names.
A smaller
of them.
Great Dane.
Yeah,
A
like
baby Great Dane.
like some kind of medium-sized short-haired dog. Speaking of dog, Harley's barking. And Bryson would be like a bulldog because he gets really excitable. He's also like pretty big. He hits the ball really, really far.
I was waiting for you to call one of them a golden retriever, and I was going to pick that one, but I don't really see.
No, neither of them are a golden retriever.
Okay, I'm going to go with Bryson just to make it interesting in the house.
Okay,
because I know you want Rory to win, so I'll say Bryson.
Everybody listening will know.
True.
Thanks for indulging me in my Masters true or false game.
You're welcome.
I believe you have the Cersei Award of the Week for me today.
Well, it was going to be just the fact that like the Masters content on TV 24/7 has been like nightmare fuel for me at this point. Like I open my eyes and I see the green. I close my eyes and I see the green. Like it's just all day, every day.
Pastures of the Augusta
But
National
I
Country
actually
Club.
remembered something that we were supposed to talk about at the beginning that I am like extremely upset about. Extremely. We are going to Los Angeles next week for 2 total days. We fly out Sunday night, Monday, full day, Tuesday, full day, but there's an event, 3:00 to ? Which to me says it's going late into the night, right? It's like it's like at a mansion, an estate. It's a wedding venue. It's like a castle in Beverly Hills.
It's beautiful.
So I'm like trying to plan this trip. We got to go to the big 3. We got to go to Sir, never been to Sir. We got to go to Tom Tom. Never been to Tom Tom. Got to go to Something About Her. Never been to Something About Her.
The big three. You'd think we were talking about like national landmarks. Like, oh, we got to go to the Big Sur National Park.
No, we're going to the big three. Sir, Tom Tom, Something About Her. Except they're all closed on Monday. Every single restaurant is closed on Mondays. I genuinely,
you don't get it, but I think that's normal, especially in that sort of region, you know, because they go hard from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I get it logistically.
Nobody in the restaurant industry gets to take a Saturday or Sunday off.
Yeah.
So that's their weekend.
I get that, but I guess from like a tourist standpoint, because let's face it, Tom Tom and Sir are now like tourist attractions for people that come to Los Angeles and like Bravo TV. So I would think if you are LVP and you own these businesses, you would stagger the closings. Have Sir open on Monday, have it closed on Tuesday. Have Tom Tom open on Tuesday, have it closed on Monday. So that if a fan, a patron like me, is only in town for 2 days but can really only do something on a Monday, they at least have one option of these big three restaurants to go to.
That's fair. Look at you, little business mogul.
I could not be more mad. I mean, that was like 60% of the decision to go.
Yeah, that is true. It is a bummer. So what we're going to have to do is...
I don't know.
The event we're going to on Tuesday, we're going to have to stay out late to go to at least... What's going to be open on a Tuesday?
I mean, Tom Tom will be open and Sir, I think. But I don't know what time they physically close.
Yeah.
And we're going to be Struggle Street anyways, because Los Angeles is 3 hours ahead. So I was talking to David yesterday and I was like, we got to stay up until at least 9 there. And he was like, 9? And I was like, it's midnight. It'll be midnight for us.
Yeah, that's true. We're going to have to truck it. It'll make for a good story, and stay tuned. We'll let you know how it goes.
So distraught. I'm not going to be able to go to Something About Her at all because they're closed Monday and Tuesday.
And didn't you ask Ariana if that was a mistake?
Yeah. Okay. I was kind of trying to trick Ariana Madix in the DMs, but she really didn't fall for it. Not trick her, I guess just get like maybe some special treatment.
Morgan's like, yeah, so I DM'd Ariana and I was like,
do you want me to just read it?
Is this I saw I'm gonna be in LA and I thought that it was a mistake that your sandwich store is closed.
I didn't say that. I said, Ariana, I'm so sad. I'm coming to LA for the first time, and the first step had to be Something About Her, but I'm only in town for 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Google says you're closed. Can you confirm? Except I don't really want you to confirm. That's what I said.
Hoping she was gonna apply. Hey, Morgan,
yeah, come on in, girl.
We're normally closed, but for you and Dave, we're gonna open up the shop. We're gonna let you guys into the kitchen, and you are gonna make your own sandwiches. We're gonna get the press to come, get some pics. We'll set you up in a little bougie hotel, and we're gonna name a sandwich after you guys.
That's pretty much what I was hoping for.
But she replied, "What?
Aw, no. Yes, we are open Wednesday through Sunday, sad face.
Go back to Northeast Ohio. Come back when we're open during business hours."
And so yesterday I told Dave about that conversation. I was like, should I message Peter Madrigal? Like, should I message Peter and be like, hey, can you just give us a little tour? And Dave was like, have you lost your mind?
Yeah. Could you imagine if someone texted you on your day off and said, hey, can I come check out your podcast?
I know.
You would literally show me your phone and be like, this person thinks...
It depends who it would be. If it was somebody that I liked and I thought was cool and like I wanted to be friends with them, I'd be like, yeah, come on in.
Peter maybe doesn't want to be friends with you.
But we already know Peter.
Yeah,
and
we
Peter
went on a Weight Watchers bus with him.
And it was the time. The time was had.
It was
He
fun.
follows us on Instagram. Well, he follows me. He doesn't follow you.
Nobody follows me.
I'm just at the mindset that you have to shoot your shot. If I didn't shoot my shot, then there would be absolutely no way.
So are you self-nominating the Seriously Award of the Week to us? for
Yeah.
going to LA when the things you wanted to see are not closed. Not
Yeah.
open.
I mean, honestly, I want to give it to Lisa Vanderpump because how do you have both of your stores closed? How do you have both of your restaurants closed on a Monday?
Should we have a Seriously Award of the Week leaderboard? And there'll be like this string of like
Yeah.
random people that we don't know who
Yeah.
every now and then receive one.
I like
So
that.
Lisa Vanderpump is the, what's
Yeah.
it called? Pioneer or the inaugural.
Yeah. We're watching you, LVP. I'm so annoyed by it. Ugh.
It's going to be a fun trip though. We will
Don't know where we're staying.
We'll try and do either like a little quick remote pod or something. We'll figure it out. But
I was literally just thinking about how, as a social media personality who talks a lot about Bravo, anybody else who was in my position who did what I did would be gallivanting, posting photos of themselves in TomTom Insert, whatever. I'm literally just going to be standing outside closed businesses. And that's going to be my post. Like, great time in LA. Everything's closed.
Sir, more like
we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it. It was a nice try. Sometimes,
more like sir, not.
Yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't come to you, and that's okay.
Oh, goodness gracious. It'll be a fun trip. And guess what else is next week? My 1-year green card anniversary.
Oh, yes. That is a cause for celebration.
So I will share some of my fun times, my fun immigration stories from my many border crossings.
Talk about some stories to tell.
Yep. Including the one time we drove in from Canada. And Morgan was with me that time.
Oh, talk about a blood boiling moment. I don't think my blood has ever boiled to that extent.
Right. So we'll
figure out that for another day.
Figure out where we will record from in LA, but we will figure it out.
Yes. We have no new reviews.
Oh, shoot. Just read one of the old ones and pretend it's a new one.
Seriously, listen, 5 stars. Great for when I need to lighten up and have a good laugh. Currently in my weekly rotation.
Nice. Did ChatGPT write that one?
Seriously.
Leave a review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I don't think Spotify lets you write anything, but just hit us with a
5
follow
stars.
and a star.
You know what you said last week that I thought we could claim? A cheeky 5 stars.
A cheeky 5 stars.
A cheeky 5 stars.
Leave us a cheeky 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening on. And if you are watching on YouTube, hit a subscribe and a like. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in LA outside a closed Sir.
LA. I'm in
Bills,
LA.
bills. Getting dollar bills.
Anybody's thrills in a butter chills.